Happy Tuesday, everybody. Jake Weberg here from my new channel, Paranormal or No. As you can tell, I am standing in the shade because it is 90 degrees and only 10 o'clock. Burning some brush while I'm at it, but I figured I'd take the time while I'm waiting for my brush to burn down to kick off this new channel correctly with some really awesome EVP action that I caught here recently in a cemetery just down the road from here. Here periodically you'll hear cars driving by, and I apologize for that. Can't cut those out, but I wanted to share with you guys an experience that I had at a local cemetery, rather an older cemetery. I had somebody here close to me that asked for me to go and investigate this cemetery. These families have, buried their loved ones for many years in this kind of it's a larger cemetery, but it's more of a larger family plot. I mean, they've got 5, 6, 7 different families out there, and it is very well maintained. It is one of the most beautiful cemeteries that I have ever personally been to, and so being asked to go out there and check this out, I felt really privileged. The person that asked me to go check this place out said that she had noticed things when she was out there, got some weird, eerie feelings, and had, in the process of going out and visiting loved ones in that cemetery, had seen things. And that to me tells me, well, hey, this is a perfect opportunity to go out there and validate some of these, if possible. At the same time, being respectful. You never want to go where someone's loved ones are buried and be disrespectful or tear up their cemetery or anything like that. And so I took that opportunity and jumped on it. And one of the big things that stood out to me starting this investigation was that right off the bat, it was a very, very clean cemetery, but it felt the whole time like somebody was literally standing right there over my shoulder. And I've never personally got that feeling in a cemetery, so it was new to me. It was kind of cool. Right after walking in the gate, I kind of walked around for a few minutes, getting a feel for the place, reading some of the headstones, getting out there and kind of enveloping myself in the surroundings. And it was kind of weird for me. I've never been swarmed by lightning bugs, but for sure there were thousands of lightning bugs swarming my face, swarming my light. And it made it hard to, sorry, I'll wait for this here truck to pass. It kind of made it hard to get in there and do what I knew I had to do, because one, I couldn't see, 2, I always had things flying in my face and crawling all over me, and you could hear them in some of the recordings. So the audio that I was getting originally was pretty crappy, and upon going back and reviewing that audio, I could tell, yeah, I kind of was getting discouraged that maybe I wasn't going to find anything that I had hoped to come out there and find. That was until about midway through the investigation process. I come out and I was asking some questions during my EVP session, and I had shut my light off because the lightning bugs had gotten so bad that I couldn't even hardly talk. Once I shut that light off, I mean, not the instant I shut it off, nice full bright moon, I saw something white streak across the cemetery. And me being me and trying to debunk as many things as I can so as to not contaminate the actual evidence I get, I wanted to immediately believe that this was, a bat because of all the bugs that had been in the area. So I kind of chalked that up to just, coincidentally being a bat, some kind of bird, something that was coming down to eat those bugs that my light had coincidentally provided. Immediately after, I turned to my right and started headed towards the gate, and I seen that same white blur. It's almost like if someone were to hold up a t-shirt in the dark, a white child's t-shirt, and put it on a zip line and rush it across right in front of you. That's exactly how that was, and it was 10 feet in front of me, and I did not hear any wings. And I know what bats look like. I've lived in the country my whole life, and this was not a bat. So that being said, the audio that I picked up during that encounter you can hear my immediate reaction to what I saw, but what happened towards the end of the clip really, it kind of messed with my head a little bit, because to me it sounded like someone was running up behind me and going ah in my ear, just as loud as you could imagine, louder than I was speaking into the digital recorder myself. So as that happened, I went back and reviewed all the audio, and that's what I heard with my own 2 ears. Now, sending this audio clip as was requested to the person that asked me to investigate this cemetery, they sent me back something that completely blew my mind. They said, hey, well, it looks like you ran into an uncle of mine who had been mentally handicapped, who had been a little bit slow. He didn't say a whole lot, but one of the things he always said was GD, you know, damn it. It's every time. And that's anytime something were to happen, or someone would drop something, or there'd be a weird spot in a conversation, he would always say that. And to me, that I didn't hear that from the beginning. So hearing her say that, I was really confused. And that's why I'm going to stress the point, when reviewing audio, you always want to make sure you have a second party that can review that audio and validate the things that you're hearing, because sometimes when we listen to these audio clips, we're tired, you know, we may be stressed from the day, we may not have good quality rooms to sound our evidence in, and so you may miss things. And so if you let someone else in to listen to it and give their feedback, it may help you pick some things out that you might have missed. The same goes for visual evidence. You know, it's hard to constantly watch hours of visual evidence and be able to pick up on every little detail, but something that you might have missed could easily be picked up by a friend, by a family member, someone that you trust with your evidence, to truly look it over and look hard for those things. Now, I want to add in that while reviewing this audio clip, after she had told me what she heard, it was without a doubt at that point, there's no mistaking. And I'm going to play it here right now for you, and we'll see if you guys can pick it up, and you tell me what you hear.
Whoa, that was weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to move to my vehicle. I just seen something else, another thing, go right past me. I mean, not even 10 feet in front of me. Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm going to go ahead and play it one more time so you can hear that, and listen very quietly and very intently towards the end of the audio clip, and you will hear it, and it completely blew my mind.
Whoa, that was weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to move to my vehicle. I just seen something else, another thing, go right past me. I mean, not even 10 feet in front of me. Yeah. Okay.
So after reviewing this audio clip that she had then sent back to me and listening, and I was for sure hearing it, I remembered back to seeing that original white mist anomaly that it had shot across the cemetery, that I kind of threw out as being a bat or whatever. I remembered the audio file that I was currently on at the time, so I went back and reviewed that audio file, and I kid you not, during the time that I saw that other white mist anomaly, I captured the exact same phrase being said, and it completely blew my mind. And it even went along with the distance that clip was caught at.
Really good job.
It was, 30 yards out versus 10 feet in front of me, and you could even tell by the audio that it sounded like it was further away. And it kind of shook me just a little bit, because I've never had a personal experience like that, truly backed up by a Class A EVP, that, once you hear it, there is no unhearing it. It's right there for you. And to hear that this family member used to say that all the time, and when I asked her then where he was buried at in the cemetery, it turns out I was standing within 5 feet of his grave that entire time, and that to me is astounding. So remember, when you guys are going out and editing your videos or reviewing your footage, reviewing your audio, make sure that you have a secondary source and a third source, whoever. Have multiple people listen to it, because they may not hear or see the same things you did. They may see something else, and then once you hear that, it may stand out to you. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for crisp, clear, solid evidence, and not stuff that could be easily debunked. And that's what we're going to try and do on this channel, is when you guys send your stuff, and if you want that third person, I can be that second, third person, what have you. You know, we'll bring it out there so people can listen to it and be the judge of it themselves. You know, no harm, no foul. We're not here to degrade anyone or take an experience away from you, but we might be able to add or shed a little bit of light on some of the things that you may be confused about, curious about, or wish that you had a little more insight on. And that's what we intend to do. But I'm going to go ahead. My brushless pile is about burnt down now, so I'm going to go ahead and finish it off. But I figured we'd start this year off with a good solid video, something to catch your guys' attention as to what we hope to continue to keep on this channel. But thank you again. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so that way you can be notified of new videos that may be coming out. And happy hunting, folks.